Hello everyone. Today is October 16th, 2019. My name is John Paul, DayTradeToWin.com. There were a few orders on the Atlas line, all long Atlas line orders. I'm going to focus on the at the open 2 ATO2 signal for today. So the at the open 2, you could use an MIT, market if touched. We spoke about that during our last video. I'm going to use a limit order. I don't want any slippage, especially if we're entering in a calm and rational manner into the market. MIT orders are great for exiting when it touches your target and you just want to be out of the market. So market if touched is a better solution for that. The target is based off of the ATR. You can see it's at about 2.25, 2.5. So it's reasonable to expect that the target will be 2.5 to 2.25 points. Sure, you can take less. I get that email all the time. Can I take less of a target? Absolutely. And if you want to take more, I would say be careful. Try a trailing stop or protect yourself. Something else you're going to notice is that I have a specific target. The target is based off the ATR. It happens to be 2.25 points, 2.5 points. I haven't been filled yet, so I'm not going to chase this market and just jump in at this price where it's at. I want a better price. I want the market to retrace back and fill me at 29.92. One of the things that I noticed in the markets is that if you chase it, sometimes you don't get filled at the best or optimal price. You always want to try for that better price. So I'm not going to just jump in. I'm going to wait for 29.92. There is a caveat though. If this target is hit, consider the trade finished. We're not going to take this trade a second time after it has already made the move that I anticipated. So the entry of 29.92 with a potential target of 2.25 to 2.5 points, that's the trade. If it hasn't occurred yet, if it hasn't been accomplished yet, then we can consider the trade still good to take. And so I'm going to wait for the 29.92 in a calm and reasonable fashion instead of just jumping in and chasing it. And when I'm filled, that's when the time-based stop and the catastrophic stop and the prove-it stop and all the other stops that we teach during the training and the classes, that's when those go into effect. And you also have to consider that if the current conditions, the market movement is about 2.25 points based off the ATR, you can't have a stop that is so small, 1 point or 1.5 points, because it'll just knock you out of the market. The random up and down movement of the volatility will take you out. So it's important to realize that your stop is relative to the current conditions. I'll say it again, your stop is relative to the current conditions. And just like the target, I anticipate the market moving 2.25 points. I could say the market may go 3, 4, 5 points, but I can anticipate 2.25. So my stop has to be relative to what the market is doing. My target is the same way. It's relative to the market and what it's doing. And when I'm filled here at 29.92, we'll see where it takes us. Now, as we wait for this trade to develop and finally filled here at 29.92, I want to be on the right side of this. Obviously, I want the market to go up, but if it doesn't, make sure you have a stop. You don't have to risk 10 or 20 points on a trade like this. Look at the current conditions. They're 2.25 points. So the market is normal, considered normal. The target is also solid. It's not too slow. It's not too volatile. 2.5, 2.25 points. It's just a waiting game at this point. I use time-based stops. So in about 20 minutes, using a 5-minute chart, 20 minutes, 4 bars, I should be out of this trade. The stop should never be more than 5 points ever under any circumstances. And the target we already know. I'm going to speed this video up here a little bit because I don't want to wait 20 minutes and bore you here on the outcome of this trade. I also want to tell you that the next mentorship class is starting October 22nd. I do have seats available. The class is filling up. All the courses and software are available with a lifetime license, so you don't have to worry about monthly fees. It's a lifetime license for all the courses and software, and I have traders 5, 10 years with me that still email me on a regular basis wanting software updates, and we're still here supporting those traders. make sure everybody is clear on is the risks with trading. Sometimes you see these videos and it seems very simple and very easy, but there's risk to trading. So be aware of the risks involved with trading. Talk to your broker, ask questions. So remember, before you jump into a trade, start slow, practice, then you can start with one contract and build from there. So don't just jump into it. You can definitely get hurt with the risks involved with trading, and I don't want to see that happen to anyone. All right, so as the market is starting to go here to the upside, the goal is to say, make my target as fast as possible, and if it doesn't hit that target within a certain amount of time, I'm going to give it 20 minutes maximum. You're out of the trade. And win, lose, or draw. It could be a small win, small loss, and you're out. The trade, you're finished. So you see how, it's a little bit hard to see here, but you see how it barely touched that target? So if I had a market if touched order, it would automatically get me out. I would just say, market touched, get out. Let me move this out of the way. The limit order would say, you want this price or better. So I'm going to place an order here to get out of the market. I'm going to use a either sell limit or sell market if touched to get out. And that way, when I do get out of this trade, I know exactly the price and I know whether there's going to be slippage or not. So there's a limit order at 29.94.50, about 2.25 points of profit. Now I'm doing this very slow, explaining to you each step of the way, but during a trade, when you do this yourself, you're not going to wait until the market hits your target and then go and place the trade. You're going to immediately get filled and be out. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Email me if you have any questions. I'll see you at the next training class. Thank you. Bye-bye now.